Hey everyone, we're back with Tomb Raider, the Crypt of Chronos, and we're on Adventure Book Chapter 5. This is going to be a super interesting chapter because we have a new friend. It's a bear. So this is going to be a really interesting one. We have just escaped the tomb that we were in. We're moving back through the jungle up to the mountains, which is really cool, but we have to get past this big boy. Here is the bear's information card. He has 17 health. Now, thankfully with bosses, you don't have to do all of that damage in one go. So you can just chip away at him, hence the tracker cube. And he has some special abilities. It says, no other enemies can spawn. He recovers 1 health whenever an enemy should spawn. Up in the corner there's also a damage cap of 5, which means I can't do more than 5 per attack to him, but that's fine. I've never done 5, I think, in a single turn anyway. Another thing with the bear is you can see the sight token over there is seen, so I immediately need to start the game in the seen state. In terms of the objectives, Chapter 5, barely made it. Oh, I see what you did there. On my way to the mountains, a deep growl pierces the air. I catch a glimpse of fur and teeth. There's no time to run. I have no choice but to face this behemoth head on. So, defeat the boss, bear. Find the bear boss card and use it to track its health. Done that. When the boss is defeated, hidden. So we need to defeat the boss, hide, and then make our way to the exit. What's going to be tricky about this one is, as the card states, that no other enemies can spawn while the bear is out, which you would think would be a good thing. The problem is, though, that I don't have any resources, and it's really hard to get resources without defeating enemies. I mean, I guess there's always the search command would be the best way to do that. So we'll see how that get on. Oh boy, so remember I'm in the scene state, so I need to basically just prepare myself for this big guy. This is essentially one long big funnel here, so the bear can like come down here and start attacking me. I'm not sure I want to start like dancing around, but I also don't want to be cornered. So whether I move and then attack, I'm not sure. He moves 4 spaces, so he's got quite a big amount of move on him. Okay, I think I'm probably going to start by searching for resources. So we need 3 successes to get 3 things in the bag, or 1 for 1. I'm going to roll 4 dice, I think. Hopefully we can get 3 successes from 4 dice. We get 2 and some sacrifices. Let's sacrifice an event card. So get rid of that. And that allows me to get 3 things from the bag. Hopefully we get a triple treasure or something. 3. So we got, 2 doubles and a scrap. Okay, that was extremely good. So remember, my health was down to 4 at the end of the last mission. Really not a good place to be in. So I'm going to need to start thinking about healing so that the bear can't kill me. Let's use one of my double treasures to immediately heal up for 3. So that'll take me up to 7. And I have 2 dice left. I think I am going to actually research to see if I can find something to help defend myself against the bear. So roll 2 dice, we get 2 successes, which is enough to get 1 research card. Take one of these, and we get re-roll a dice roll. That is going to be extremely useful. Okay, so it's the enemy phase. Remember, I'm seen, so the bear is going to turn around, and he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 in my direction. Now, the event phase. Spawn an enemy. Obviously, no enemies can spawn because of the bear's card. And normally he would heal, but he's at full health, so nothing happens. I really don't want to be stuck cornered down here, so I should probably think about doing a move. Let's use 4 dice to move. So we get 2, and I rolled 4 dice, which is 6. I don't want to use the sacrifices, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I think I'm going to do another search for my remaining dice. There's going to be lots of building up resources for this one. Get 1 success, which is enough to get 1 resource, and that gets me 1 cloth. Okay, bear's turn. So he's still moving towards me. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's his move over. He has a range of 2, so I'm safe for now. And the final event card is a tripwire. So take 1 damage and make noise or lose 2 scrap. I don't really want to do the scrap, so I'll take the damage for now. Right, that is my 3rd Natla pin, sadly. Right, really building these up. So that's Natla pin number 3, which probably means we're going to hit an invaded level soon. Okay, we continue. So I'm going to need to move and then start shooting the bear. I need to kind of get myself away from him. Problem is I need to be in range as well. So I probably need to shoot and then move. So let's do a move first. Let's do 2 dice. And we roll a 4. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Because we can use the M16 from this position. Before I do anything silly, I'm just gonna make a med kit and heal myself back up to 9. And let's attack. I think I'll use 3 to attack and then save myself 1 dice to get away slightly. So there we get... Wow, that sucked. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid sacrificing too many cards on this turn, so I think we just need to get slightly further away than him. We can move 2 spaces, so I'm going to just move myself back here by 2. Don't forget I have 3 special dice still, but I'm just going to like keep them until I really need them. I also have my reroll, but until I'm really in danger, again, rainy day and all that. Okay, so on the bear's turn, he moves 3, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, which sadly means I'm actually in range of his attack. I didn't think of that, did I? Because he has a range of 2, so I'm going to need to start dodging. He does 3 damage per attack. I'm going to roll 2 Lara dice, and thankfully I avoided 2 of the damage. I'm going to sacrifice, I think, to avoid the other one. Oh look, dinosaurs. And avoid all damage. Right, which means I only have 4 dice for my turn. Let's just remember that. And then the event says it's a trap. Give me a break, will you? Take 2 damage or lose 1 oil and 1 event card. I don't have the oil, so I'm going to have to take the damage. So that puts me down to 7. Okay, it is Lara's turn, and I only have 4 dice because I had to use 2 to dodge. So this is going to be a fun one. Oh boy. Now, I think that I could stand my ground and do a bunch of damage, but bear in mind that I only have 7 HP, so if I get an event which is to you know, for him to attack twice, he could bring me down to 1, or if I get an event that does a bunch of damage to me, then it could really mess me up. So I need to really think hard about what I'm going to do here. The issue that I have is that it has 4 movement and a range of 2, so I really need to move quite far to get away from him. Okay, start with, I think we're just going to do some damage, and I do have these extra dice, so I'm going to use those to run, I think. So let's shoot him, I think, with the M16, seeing as he's in range for that. So let's give these a roll. We get 1 and a sacrifice, so we can at least do 1 damage to him. It's better than nothing, I suppose. Then I think I need to run, really, as far as I can. Ideally, I need to run probably 10 spaces away just to avoid getting messed up by him. So really, I'm just going to use all of these now. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, plus 5 is 8. Is that really going to be enough? Possibly not. I think I'm going to sacrifice an event card just to make sure I have as much as possible. And then I can move 9 spaces. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think I should be safe on my next turn. So I can just use the high ground and keep away from him. I assume he can climb the high ground. I don't see why he shouldn't be able to. So I just need to bear that in mind. Okay, let's return the special dice to the board, and we're going to take the bear's turn. So he is going to move 4 spaces towards me. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and because I'm on the high ground, I am safe for now. Let's do the event card. It says here, fire, disarm for 2, cloth, or jump and take the damage for 2. I really can't be taking the damage right now, so I'm just going to have to disarm it. Okay, my turn, and at least I have all of my dice back now. So I think we're going to continue this shoot and run theme. So we're going to use 3 dice to shoot him this time, I think. So we roll those, we get 1 again, and some sacrifices. Let's do 1 sacrifice so we can do at least a bit more damage. So we'll put that down there, which is good because that would have healed him. So we can do 2 damage, brings him down to 14. And then we have 3 dice to run. This is basically the game plan here, just shoot and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think I should be pretty safe over here. Bear's turn, he's going to use 2 to get up here, and then 3, 4, and end his movement there. He can't get to me. Hunky-dory. Now for the event. Oh my god, leave me alone. So I get hit by darts for 3 damage. I don't have any treasure. So unfortunately I have to take the damage, which puts me down to 4, which is very precarious. First things first, we continue running, so we use 3 dice to run. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty good. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as far away from the bear as we can get. And then I'm going to roll these 3 to get some stuff, because I need to heal myself, right? So I need to search. We get... Wow, that sucked. I'm going to live dangerously. I need the resources. They're all sacrifices, so I'm going to sacrifice 3 event cards like that. Oh, turn it over. There we are. And that gives me 3 successes, which is enough to get 3 things from the bag. Hopefully something that I can actually make use of. Okay, we have treasure, and cloth. So I'm going to use 1 cloth and 1 treasure to heal myself up for 3, which brings me back up to 7. And that's the end of my turn. Really could use a more powerful weapon to deal with the bear, but unfortunately I've gone for stealth weaponry, which isn't very helpful. All right, bear's turn. He needs to get to me, obviously. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And get back on the high ground. And then the event would be spawn enemies, therefore the bear heals up to 15. Okay, so I still need to think about where he's going to end up. He's going to be able to attack me next turn unless I move. So I'm going to need to move, and I'm going to need to search. Let's do a move for 2, and we get 3 moves altogether. So I'm going to go... 1, 2, 3, I think. Then I'm going to get some more resources. We get 1, 2, 3, perfect. So we can take 3 from the bag, and we get cloth, treasure, and oh, it's a 2 times treasure, even better, and scrap. So with this 5 treasure and scrap combo, I could make a new weapon. There's no guarantee it would be stronger, but there is a possibility of that. And then it's a question of, do I save it instead and heal myself? Because I could use 1 treasure and 1 cloth to do that. I think we take the risk. I really want to find a weapon that does a bunch of damage. So let's get rid of those 5 scrap, draw a weapon, and we get the bow. Okay, interesting. So the bow does 1 damage, but it does have better range, which is kind of nice, and 5 ammo. It's also silent, so it's basically just a better version of the silent sting. Although silent sting, you can take enemies out that are close to you. I mean, as long as I have the cat suit, the silent sting isn't too useful to me. The M16 has been generally better. Whatever, let's get rid of the M16. I want the ammo, so let's put down the bow and put the ammo cube over there on the maximum. Let's see how we do with that. This is really quite a tense encounter. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Okay, it's the bear's turn, so he moves 4, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Thankfully, not in range. Alright, and now it's the event spawn enemies, so that means he gets healed up. So I've basically done no damage. I mean, I can keep running and building up my equipment. Let's roll some movement dice, so we get absolutely screwed over. I'm going to use my re-roll. I think we can't be accepting that. Man, I missed the rush ability from the previous level. 1, 2, 3, 4, and roll 4 dice so we can move 8 spaces. Here we go, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. Right, then we're going to roll for some resources again. We get 2, so that's enough to get 1, and we get a treasure. And I immediately use this to heal and get myself back up to 10. Okay, right, bear, he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I'm safe because you can't attack diagonally. Take the event card, and it's all enemies move and attack again. Okay, never mind. So he's going to go down here, and then he's going to smash my face off. Let's roll some dice to see if I can avoid some damage. We'll take 2 dice. No. We'll sacrifice 1 card, I think. Sacrifice that, and so I take 2 damage instead of 3. I don't think this is working. I think I'm just going to need to start fighting back, probably, and just being much more aggressive, because if I keep running, he's just going to keep screwing me over. So I have 4 dice. I'm going to use 2 to attack him, and we get 1 and a sacrifice. I'm going to, sorry, I forgot to mention, obviously I have to use a silent sting. It's the only thing I have. So I'm going to, do I want to use ammo for more damage? Okay, first things first, I'm going to sacrifice, so get 2 damage, and then I'm going to use 3 bullets to increase to 5 damage, which is the damage cap. Okay, so that brings him down to 11 at least, which is slightly more manageable. We had to make a lot of sacrifices, but you got to do what you got to do when you're faced with a bear. Now I have 2 dice left, and I'm going to use those to run, obviously. And We're going to sacrifice again. Just keep going. I'm definitely facing Natla on the next one, so I don't care at this point. So I get 4 movements, and I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think I should be safe. So on the bear's turn, he will go 1, 2, 3. Oh, never mind, 4. All right, I'm not safe. 2 dice again to defend. We defend from 1 damage, so we take 2 damage. And then on the event, it's a boulder. Oh, and I actually have nothing I can do but to take this damage, so I take 3 damage, which puts me down to 3. Okay. Alright, this is pretty messed up. Okay, I really can't afford to mess this up. I want to finish with all of my Lara dice, so I have to run, but the problem is that I could get another like boulder trap in the event deck, and there's nothing I can do to avoid that. But what choice do I have? I can try and search for some resources to keep me alive. It's probably my best bet. So let's at least do that. Let's roll 3 dice. And we got a 2. Not ideal. From the bag with a 2 we get, oh my god, we got a double treasure. That is perfect. I'm going to immediately cash that in to heal with a med pack, which brings me up to 6. And then I have 1 dice left, which I'm going to use to attack, I guess. Roll that, we get a double. Okay, cool. So we do 2 damage to Mr. Bear, unless I want to use ammo. Yeah, I'm also going to use 2 ammo. So that way we can do 4 damage to the bear, bring him down to 7. Right, things are a bit more manageable now. Okay, on the bear's turn, he doesn't need to move. He can just attack me. So he is going to attack me for 3, and I am going to take the damage like a champ and hope that the event card doesn't kill me. All right, here we go. Enemy spawns. Okay, that could be worse. He goes back up to 8, but I am still alive. All right, a plan has been formulated. If I can make my way to this space over here, he won't be able to reach me because he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll be out of his range. Or he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll be out of his range, but he'll be in range of my bow. So that's what I'm going to go with. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces to move. So we're going to roll 4 dice. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4. Perfect. 8 exactly. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as long as the next event isn't he moves and attacks twice, I should live. Crucially, this leaves me 2 dice to roll for resources. And I get a triple, which is perfect. So we have a double treasure, we have a cloth, and we have a quadruple treasure. Oh my god. So obviously the sensible thing to do is to cash in the double treasure for a med kit, which would bring me back up to 6. It would be really good if I could use the quadruple to cash in for 2 med kits at the same time, but that's just not how the game works. So I can't do that. I would just lose that. So we're back up to 6 HP. We're in a relatively decent spot, I would say, and that's the end of my turn. So the bear, as predicted, is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that means I'm just outside of his attack range, but he is in mine. Please don't be all enemies move and attack again. Okay, enemy spawns, that's fine. He heals up to 9. Okay, we are back in control. We have 6 dice, we have 6 HP, and we've got resources should we need to use them. I think now we just need to roll for damage, and if I use the bow, the reason I wanted to use that is because I have 5 bullets on it, so even if I roll nothing, I can use those 5 bullets to do as much damage as possible. So I think we're going to do 2 sets of 3. So let's attack once. We get 1 and 2 sacrifices, so I'm going to sacrifice those things. Immediately just turn them over, which unfortunately gives me an atla pin, but 1 second. So if I take the 3 successes and 2 damage, we can hurt the bear for 5, which brings him down to 4. There's an atla pin number 4. We have definitely drawn their attention. Okay, event deck's been reshuffled, so we have 3 dice left and 3 bullets. So as long as I can get 2 successes out of this, actually I think just 1 success. Yeah, 1 success because he has 4 HP. We're good. Let's go. 1 success and 2 sacrifices. Awesome. So let's use 1 bullet and the 2 sacrifices. So we're going to sacrifice dinosaurs and pendulum. Cloud sacrifice that, which does 4 total damage, which kills the bear. Oh my god, I did not think we were doing that. So we have defeated the bear. Thank God for that, because I was really getting worried that we were going to lose that. And I would think we'd get a resource from the bag for that, right? I mean, I would have liked to get more than one, but there's nothing in the rules to say you get more than one, so I'm going to get 1 oil. Oh, that was well worth all the trouble. But hey, we're alive, and we'll take that. So now that the bear is off the board, it means that other creatures can spawn and the game continues as normal. I am still seen, so I need to bear that in mind, and event deck is going to do what it normally does, which is we need to draw 2. So we take 1, which is to spawn wildlife. So roll the dice, we get 2, which is a snake, and he spawns down there. And then the second event is a rope, 2 damage, or 1 oil and 1 sacrifice. Not really feeling like taking the damage, so we will give the oil up and an event card, so that we avoid the damage. Okay, we're back to me, and I just need to get out of here, really. Remember, I'm in the scene position, so I need to hide now before I can leave. So we need to do a hide, which is to get 3 successes of a roll. We're going to use 4 dice for this. Roll, we get, well, way more than 3. We got 5, so we can change our thing to hidden, and we're back to being safe. Finally, I'm going to make my way towards the exit where it's relatively safe, so we get double, which means we can move 4 spaces. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so the snake. Let's roll to see which direction he's going to move in. He's going to move clockwise. No, counterclockwise. So counterclockwise is this way, and then he's going to move 3. So he's going to go 1, turn, 2, turn, 3. Okay, and the event is +5 ammo. Oh, this is a perfect time for this. So let's fully reload the silent sting. Whew, that's a bit better. All right, time to run. So let's use 4 dice to see how far we can go. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 4, which is 11. All right, well, we've basically made it to the end. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we make it to the exit. Dan from the future here. So obviously the elephant in the room for this chapter is that I used the double treasure 3 times to craft a medkit, which is actually not a legal move, because a double, triple, quadruple treasure can only count as one type of resource. So it could either be the oil or the cloth needed to make the medkit, and not both. So this would have materially changed the outcome of the level. I don't think it necessarily means that I wouldn't have beaten the bear without losing any Lara dice, because I would have just played differently if I wasn't able to heal. But I thought it was worth mentioning. Not a great look, but it's one of those things that there's so many rules to remember in this game. It takes a lot to remember all of them at once in one playthrough, especially when you're filming yourself. It becomes quite difficult to keep on top of everything, but I will endeavour to do better in future chapters. Alright, so we defeated the bear, and we are now hidden. So that's it, we did it, we completed the level. Our reward is 5 ammo. Oh, okay, well I don't really need that now. I might as well just put this bow back up to 5. It says, that beast was relentless, but I managed to defeat it. Now it's time to push forward. I've got to reach the mountains and uncover the tomb. One thing I want to do before I move on, I think, is to use my 4 treasure and 1 cloth to get myself a new outfit. I don't really need the catsuit now, because both of my weapons are silent anyway. So let's put those in the bag and see if we can get something more exciting. We've got the Jungle Heavy from Tomb Raider Underworld. Once per Lara phase, you may re-roll all failed dice in a roll. That's amazing. What a great card. That was well worth the risk. I think that's going to come in handy on the next mission. So we did it. We completed Chapter 5. That was a real tough one. The bear was super, super dangerous, but we managed to get it done in the end. It looked a bit scary for a moment there. I went down to 3 HP at least twice. But hey, we're ready to move on. Finally, we can tick off complete Chapter 5 on our booklet, which means we have now done 3 achievements from the base game. And you know what that means? That means we can open up this number 3 little door to see what relic we have inside. Let's rip this open. Dun, 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 dun. Is that like the Apple of Eden or something? It's really hard to do one hand. The Eris Apple. When all objectives are complete, -1 health to all enemies. Whoa, okay, interesting. So I'm guessing that means like permanently, because you can't like do partial damage to enemy cards, so presumably this just means that everything is nerfed by 1. Interesting. I like it. Obviously, I can't equip it in this turn, in this campaign, but yeah, pretty cool. All right, that's me done, I think. I'm all exhausted after all that, but it was really, really cool. On the next mission, we'll be going up to the mountains, so that's going to bring some new mechanics as well, so looking forward to that. See you on chapter 6.